of discovery into your personal story? Rising of the Origins is a free 5-day immersion starting January 21st, 2023. Day 1, setting the stage. Discover how to utilize the elements to set your foundation. Calling in an elemental being for protection, being centered, open, and closing space. Day 2, gift and purpose. Merging with the elements, we can discover our gift and our purpose, releasing what no longer serves us, recognizing our authentic self, being a conduit by connecting to our higher self, our Sira, and more. Along with incorporating the Chinese New Year, the year of the water rabbit. Day 3, connecting the subtle and the elemental, the energetic centers, the elemental realm as doorways, gathering information on the highway, working with the centers to figure out the elements that creates our current threads. Day 4, the cosmic soup bowl, adding in the planets, the otherworldly messengers to be the star that we are, the magical being that resides within, along with their association with the subtle energetic centers, and so much more. Day 5, discovering the path, awakening your prime directive, your inner genius to live your purpose, being ignited in the flow, a conduit while allowing for transformation, your personal medicine that you are offering the world. Being able to log in here at club.tonyad.tv/login and watch the replays, explore the goodies inside your own personal library. My wish for you is that through each day you awaken the spirit that resides within you. Through seeing yourself with vital eyes, life transforms, passions ignited through the information superhighway, awakening the spirit. Save your spot and activate your portal at club.tonyad.tv/rise, and I will see you on the other side. Inshallah and Ashe. Blessings to you, my energetic beings. Are you ready for a tantalizing Thursday? I know I am, feeling the tantalizing. So while we're waiting for people to hop onto the show, enjoying the live stream and listening maybe into the replay, I always say take a breath and take a pause, create our own sacred space. Did you allow your mind yesterday to cleanse the cosmic cobwebs of your thought channel? The chamber of our thoughts, just excelling our thoughts to a place of clarity and clear knowing, changing that inside tone of how we talk to ourselves organically. That inside voice can be a conundrum. So you may feel like introducing you to you today, your own best friend, accepting yourself for who you are authentically from a heart-centric space that refrains from bias or judgment, your own inner corridor. So this is the energetic vibration. It's the emanation emanating from us throughout the day. And just being able to receive this emanation, the frequencies and the feelings of it, we're then being asked to receive inner balance, inner peace, one of my favorites, peace, joy, happiness, and integrity and love through self-accepting, accepting who we are. The queen of opening up and receiving is moving into the realm of spirit. Receiving spirit, the higher octave of spirit, is being initiated through these flowing waters. So explore the waters in creative ways to express yourself. It reminds me of Madonna. Express yourself. I should have been a singer. Just kidding. But this is an added extra ingredient, a bonus actually. It's an energetic boost to this already peaceful, calm waters of receiving, relaxing, really being in your skin. It's a peaceful, easy feeling. No hiccups there. With that, welcome to today's Daily Snippet. I am your host, and if you are new to my show, I am a practicing holistic shaman, medium, an otherworldly life coach, and a subtle energetic surgeon. I should do a show just about that, but I do go by the term holistic shaman medium, which is a choreography, a merging of them all. And my intention is to utilize these indigenous technologies, the ways of our origins, along with the elemental realms, the essence of our original divine blueprint, navigating through our soul's harmonic, our personal seed sound, and through these realms, elemental, imaginal, into and through the shaman's portal, also a gateway, the 8th energetic center into the cosmos, the star that we are, the subtle realms, and so much more, actually, with offerings, prescriptions, and rituals. Rituals are food for the soul. The otherworldly kind, sometimes to really add to our own secret sauce, if you will, of our main stage ingredients. Within our personal container, those ingredients, our personal medicine, our prime directive, our gift and purpose, just assisting each and every one of us to discover our inner genius, possibly navigating our personal medicine, so that the star that we all are really shines on brighter, possibly opening the door to the magical being, the essence that you are that resides within. So you do shine your starlight brighter. My name is Tonya D, and welcome to my virtual medicine room. And if you, of course, have yet to subscribe to my channels, please do, YouTube or otherwise. YouTube at Tonya D, which you're probably tuning in now. And my Musing with Tonya D podcast, the theme this year is the season of the witches, and it has seriously been galactic, super exciting, and so much fun. But we are in the vibration of this elevation, and I should say an eccentric innovation. It's the I am presence. It's unique to every one of us. It's the energy of the magic that we all are. It's unique. It's our divine blueprint. It's our thumbprint in the energetic world. The I am presence. It's individual to each and every one of us. Your divine magic is unique to you as mine is unique to me. This is like the secret sauce. And if you're not sure what I'm even talking about, Change Your Stars is an online offering that I choreographed a few years back. I covered this and so much more. And I always like to give a shout out to the new peeps entering the village, creating the community, and a validation, a voice of acknowledgement. I like to acknowledge and access and actualize and let you know that I do see you, those new friends and guests arriving to the show, the live stream, or the replays, new subscribers. And also, of course, those of you that tune in to my show and have been part of the journey since the beginning. It really takes a village, a tribe, a community. So gratitude and blessings to you and also for you, along with those of you that do tune into the replay later or when it works for you. And of course, if you don't mind hitting the bell button, following the white rabbit, so you're notified. The white button. I call it the white rabbit, by the way. And remember, a comment if you do feel in need of a message to get you on your way. So sharing is just another way of paying it forward, sending it out into the universe, a gratitude blessing, even having a blessing bowl on your desk. But you could also find me on other social channels, of course, like TikTok and Facebook and Instagram. But remember, I truly am your otherworldly shamanic assistant. I really kind of assist you in choreographing your own personal medicine. The star that you are your own healer. Sometimes we need somebody else to kind of show us the light that might appear as darkness. And we need that otherworldly life coach assistant, myself included, by the way. I'm not adverse to this. So sometimes we need to get out of our own magical way, and we kind of do that with, I won't go down that rabbit hole, but to the daily snippet, what do I muse about here? It's the cosmic insights, the planets, which to me are an elemental realm as well. The elementals of the four pillars, which is another realm. And the subtle energies are energetic centers, the chakras, the spins, the wheels, and the channels, which are the pathways and the meridians and our auric fields, which sometimes need a cosmic ritual cleansing, cleanup, a sweep, an energetic sweep, along with a message for our day. So being that we're in the season of Aquarius, this is all about, for me, myself, I like to say it's optimistic, it's innovating, it's eccentric, it's possibly a wake-up call, it's multidimensional, it's energy, frequency, vibration. So there's lots of mystical, magical things that are happening for us sometimes that we can't see. But being that we've entered into the season, we're streaming forward into Aquarius, and being that we are in an interdimensional way, we are interdimensional beings as well, we're being asked today to receive our soul's mission, our gift, and our purpose, which is amazing. If you feel as if you have already achieved this, well, high five, congratulations to you. But I find it's curious because it actually goes with the rising of the origins. Today is about gift and purpose. More on that a little later, but as we know, there's always room for growth. There's always room to excel. There's always time to become more than we were ever before moving forward. So this is especially resonating with the Earth realm at this current threading, planet Earth. The ascension process of our Earth plane of humanity. Everything is actually quite limitless. It's quantum. It's in the field. That's why I call myself a subtle energy surgeon versus a quantum energy surgeon, which I kind of have that on my website, versus a psychic surgeon, because that seems kind of crazy. And it just is what it is. So with all of that, just be ready for resting into your own process. Create your own meditation throughout the day. As this doorway is open up to messages. Those messages really get a galactic boost from the etheric waters, the the ethereal, even the otherworldlies, and blessing us with receiving more of our own intuitions, our guidance, the psychic, I call them memoirs, the psychic messages. Just keeping our heart centric with our creations, keeping those to yourself, to your own sacred garden, that sacred space. And we have space to hold the tone and really use a galactic amplifier to amplify our frequency vibration up in our dream space, usually, possibly meditation time, and really accessing our spiritual gifts, our intuition, and those psychic abilities. So it really is a fantastic idea, honestly, to journal your dreams, those intuitive guidance. Put a date on it, reflect on it later for a deeper immersion into that reflection, the deeper waters into our subconscious realm, our spiritual acumen. So this kind of is an excelling practice, or you will, or an exercise where we can gain great insight into who we are, into ourselves, and really receiving compliments of the galactic corridor and accepting them. We are seen, we are balancing our inner harmony, this creative flow, even our relationships. So being that we are in this multi-dimensional energy, planes and fields of light, extremely open, it's bright, it's a corridor of light streaming in, we have this combination of ingredients to make and create some really significant aspects or ingredients really in places we're not seeing or acknowledging. It really is an energetic sweeping. So it may pull us into an obscure energy at first, maybe a scratchy one. So it's a day to really start with grounding. And the rising of the origins, day one, setting the stage, was grounding into or bringing in an element into our choreography, just really restoring anything that was out of balance, which is a starting phase. That's why it's called setting the stage. But the ultimate objective is really to restore, recalibrate that energetic balance within ourselves. The seed sounds even are great. I toned in the shower this morning. So we could say that we are becoming our own best friend, our fur baby best friend in a way, with our inner energy. And how often are we our own best bestie to who we are? This idea, this exercise is purely subjective. It depends on each and every one of us individually. So you may even find that you are always feeling kind of angry on the inside. Maybe you don't even know how you feel, but the energy is to release it and really add inner peace for rebalancing. And that really is the necessary ingredient to restore these thread lines. Or you may determine that your energy is always more skeptical, possibly mistrusting. So in saying so, you may have a need for trust. That would be to restore the balance to your trusting narrative. Because we're analyzing this energy, some of us are aware, some of us are unaware. Sometimes words cannot be put to the experience. This happens to me all the time. Sometimes I see things and I'm like, what? What am I supposed to do with that? But it plays out later. It choreographs itself and I figure it out. But the energy must be felt. It needs to be counterbalanced with other energies to bring ourselves to the zone of neutrality, a setting of neutrality, the zone of neutrality. And when we're in doubt, as we often are, we're doubting, right? Self-love, compassion, those are really the energetic tools, the streams of grace that can really restore a person to a healthy state no matter where the energy is coming from. And also knowing that we are always connected, just saying that out loud when we feel like we're not. So we're kind of restoring balance to our inner energetic vibration by analyzing our inner core energy inside of us. So just opening up and accepting who we are is really the beginning of the process. Like, who am I? And balancing those threads. So just a few announcements today. Being that we're in the interseason of Earth still, the season between the seasons, it's too hard energetically on the body to pop from one season to the next. There is a new episode actually on the highway, my podcast. I made a mistake. It's actually Lana McAra. It's called Your Shift Show Proves You Are a Cosmic Ninja. That's actually on the highway today. I said Becca Rich, however, that is next week's episode. I got myself ahead of me by then, but be sure to check out Lana, bring in your own personal medicine with her insights, kind of merging that. And the Rising of the Origins, we had the kickoff on Tuesday. Today we have Gift and Purpose. And I moved the bonus, the Chinese Yin Water Year, to Saturday so I could really dive in. Be sure to register to start or engage in the portal. And the Shamanic Healing Academy, this is for mystics, mages, intuitives, medicine people, which we all are, the village, and sometimes we do need an off-grid nomadic village. I'm actually adding some amazing guests to be part of this Shamanic Healing Academy, the Brew, other guest artists, intuitive artists and whatnot, people to be a part of the academy. I wouldn't call them professors. I think we're all choreographing something magical, but transmissions of light language is going to be added. And my friend Savage is going to be adding some tonalities for each of the energetic centers in body and out of body. So I'm stoked about that. And the elemental highway, this really gives insight into the elemental foundation of the day we were landed in the earth plane, the 4 pillars that we came in with when we arrived here. Really has a choreograph of what element is needed sometimes, what one we have too much of, to bring balance to those threads. So we can all utilize this for ourselves or map it out for other people, the element of our choreography. It's really an amazing tool to really assist us and to guide us into this realm, the world of energy healing, energy medicine. I like calling it artists of energy medicine, and I do believe energy is the medicine of the future. But I also choreographed a show called The Evening of Elemental Energy, where light and sound and vibration to add to our own healing venue, more of the spirit of the elements, just adding energy medicine to your practice through the realm of the elementals. They really tell a different story, using the skin as the reflective organ, the body. It really is feng shui for the body on so many levels that I can't go into on a YouTube snippet, but just reading the language of the body through the elemental choreography is brings it all into light. But today on the elemental highway, Sir Diddy is on my lap, so that's why I'm sitting a little strange. I couldn't get my hat on. So, but on the elemental highway, we still do have the water tiger of the year there, which is a metaphor. It's of spring. Spring is in the pine forest. It's being matured, quite early matured, being firmly determined. But we do have day 2 of the live free immersion today, the rising of the origins at actually 1 p.m. Mountain Time. I kind of had a little hiccup in the scheduling today. And the bonus episode again is happening on Saturday for the year of the Yin Water Rabbit. If you have yet to register, please do that today. So we are in the in-between. The Chinese New Year takes hold literally on February 4th. So it's time to really start cleansing things, removing things, bringing in new things. Literally, we're in the in-between stages of this transition, Earth to the new year. And we still have the water tiger on the year, which is still that metaphor. Spring is in the pine forest. So it's just maturing. It's being determined. We're tidying things up. So imagine in your mind's eye, the tiger literally pouncing about, tidying up loose ends, kind of all over the place. It's Tiger in the Pooh stories, Winnie the Pooh stories. So I feel that for myself in transformation. No one is going to recognize the shift for, I think, a lot of us. We're also in a nature year in the Dagara cosmology, which I'm going to dive into today. So unless you are not awake, or maybe you're unaware, we do have a yang wood monkey of a day. The monkey and the ox create a partial metal trine. The metal goes against the yang wood. It's aggressive. And yang wood is a tree that needs all of the elements for balance. Metal for trimming and refining and pruning. It's kind of like a bonsai tree. And the water for nourishment, the sun for shining light, and the earth to literally root into. So we do have the soil for our day. Our day is rooted. The river and the lake is also there, so we're being nourished. But the metal, this reminds me of a small tree that's literally bursting out through a rock. I don't know if you've seen that. I've seen that in the mountains here and some great images online. Or even a flower, but this is a tree. It's yang wood. And fire is hidden, so our day is in need of that energy, that elemental, to take our visions and our ideas out into the world with passion and charisma. So fire really is the energy of the day to really bring balance and harmony and peace to our inner corridor. And spirit is one to be called in. Fire is the other world, it's source, it's the beings in the other realms and dimensions. Even the tiger on the branches actually is in conflict with the monkey. The only thing in between is the ox, which is actually still nourishing. It's wet earth for our tiger. So fire for both balancing our inner peace, melting the metal, the monkey to forge it into something new. And this also creates more ashes, earth, which our day can root into. So our day is nourished with all that water, but we do need the sun to shine our light on so we can spread out our branches further and grow. It's about growth. Which now brings me to the cowrie shell divination for the day. I'm still going with that. Hope you don't mind. I feel like it's kind of fun. But the cowrie shells, this is rolling of the bones and the stones. Divination, this was actually brought to the West by Elder Malidoma Somé. It brings in our personal medicine. It's the ancient art that brings in these indigenous technologies that I talk about. And again, ritual is food for the soul. The cosmic debris, the forces of adversity, those energetic hiccups. So it's about investing in our personal medicine. So it's like, what's the message? If you're curious, of course, schedule a session. These little beings speak otherworldly, but rituals are then performed to address the symptoms. It's a prescription. The forces of adversity, that's what's prescribed in order to shift what's in the way, blocking us from our own inner genius, our gift, our purpose. So again, ritual is food for the soul. The bones speak. They have messages from the other world today, actually. And what do we have here? So it appears that we are in need of getting in the flow, the transformation. That happens when we become our own inner voice, being called out to be a conduit, to use our voice. The conduit has some sophisticated ways of sharing our wisdom that brings light to the community, the world around us, telling the story, being a voice and sharing that inner wisdom. So it's time to shed our skin and be the gift that we are to the world by organizing our intuitive and our spiritual gifts, exercising our tools, our spiritual tools. Something inside of our very essence is literally waking up. It's being induced by spirit. Even our personal medicine, the medicine that we are here to offer this world at this time is shifting. The otherworldly beings are also there for this shift, to hold the force, if you will, to make this change happen. And just know we are never alone. Even in nature, there are more eyes upon us, watching us, that we are literally often very unaware of. The eyes upon us. To access this transformation, we're really being called to organize, become clear with our voice out in community. We're being called to be the voice of hope, the voice of peace, or possibly the voice of reconciliation. Maybe there's things that need some clarity, some integrity. So you may be called to really go to the mountain, to receive a higher perspective, and just know that healing happens in nature a lot of times with the water spirits, the beings of water. The conflict is not being in the flow. A spirit-induced message is being activated. So it's like, are we listening to the voice of spirit? It could be an ancestor, an animal totem. I mean, for myself, my horse, Christopher, my childhood bestie, was in my dreamscape last night. We went across the back of my house, which is forces of adversity for me right now, because they're destroying the earth with zero consciousness, zero regard for nature, all of the landscape of nature. Not just the land, but the trees, the beings that live in the trees. So there's this cause and the effect. And in my dreamscape, I don't know why, but I picked up Diddy, and for some unknown reason, I threw him across this huge gorge where he landed on the other side. And that's when I jumped on my horse and we went and picked him up. And it was interesting because the choreography was that these corporate beings, humans, were all upset because I had brought my horse over to their land over there, but I didn't care. I did it anyway to pick up my baby, my fur boy. So there's messages in our dreamscape. So with our throat center online today and our personal I am presence, I am, you may be feeling the threads of fate, destiny, your personal medicine, your gift, your purpose, changing, transforming. So our intention is to restore the balance to our inner peace water corridor, our inner self, what's bringing you inner peace, and find ways to become your own bestie, your own best friend to yourself. I often take myself out for a burger and a beer all by myself. I love it. It's fantastic. So it's stuff like that. And in doing so, we then ascend to a higher state of being, our inner nirvana, if you will, just bringing that energy into this realm. We begin descending, which I find a lot of people are so worried about ascending. They forget that we got to descend a little bit. So it's like a pulley wheel. And that's actually just the first step to this inner choreography, being our own bestie within ourselves. But it's also, however, it involves bringing in new energy, bringing it to the cosmic table, if you will, the corridor, the platter, that actually elevates our inner vibration, that frequency inside of us. And it could also include our attitude, the one that we have within ourselves, to ourselves, and escalating that, excelling it to a higher level. We often call raising our vibration, which I know there's tables called that, raising our vibration, ascending. And sometimes the kicker is cleansing those webs that we've weaved on the plane we have ascended to. So often it's easier to go down a notch, and it's not so easy to go up a notch. But after we restore those inner threads of harmony, we're doing this energetic sweep, if you will. It's time to try on something new to really ascend higher. Possibly just getting a new wardrobe, cleansing out the physical closet, getting rid of all the old. And so it's like blessing and gratitudes to our newer, higher, elevated vibration frequency, that we're kind of that high vibe, high five vibe that I talked about the other day. But I would affirm that I am my bestie. I'm my own best friend. Really taking a bow. Take yourself out on a date. What would your best friend want to do? I know what my best friend, that's the burger and the beer. I do that by myself, and I'm totally cool with it. Just being accepting of who we are in the moment, and actually out into the future and into those neverlands of tomorrow, the dreamscape. I accept me fully. So the winning voice is our throat center and the I am presence. Who am I? Well, I am my own best friend. I am my own bestie. So with that, I will see you in a few hours in the Rising of the Corridor. And of course, tomorrow for the Weekend Insights. And Ashe, blessings. I'll see you on the other side.
I believe some of us do, right? Still hold that amazing belief. It's still a belief, not that beliefs are wrong, but it's not a belief that's coming from the heart. It's more like we know it's true, but we haven't fully, right, embodied it. The belief that everything happens for a reason, right? Everything is in service. That's great. But when you really know it, right, you reveal that truth. You don't learn it. You reveal, oh, everything really did happen for that reason, for the reason of me vibrating at this frequency now and being so embodied in it. And like you said, it's like you're starting to feel that light that's always been there, because in you revealing it, you have activated in this plane. In you at that point have quite literally transformed every single other light in this world. Right? It's like you and you can see it in nature, right? There are flowers that will open. One will open, the other one will feel the frequency of one opening, and it will join it. They're not doing it, from a place of me too, right? It's literally, oh, it's time.